And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Time now for the nation's sharpest opinion. The revered, respected and renowned Swami Shri Govind Dev Giri Maharaj has made a very interesting comment. A comment that I believe many in Lutyens have worked hard to bury from the headlines. If you read between the lines, Swamiji seems to indicate that if 3 holy places of worship are freed, only 3, just 3, precisely 3. If 3 holy places of worship for Hindus are freed, then Hindus will not engage in a legal battle for the thousands of others under dispute or possible dispute. What may be seen as a massive overture for resolution, what Swamiji is saying, that with Ayodhya, Gyanvapi and Krishna Janmabhoomi, Ayodhya, Kashi and Krishna Janmabhoomi settled amicably, Ayodhya, Kashi, Mathura, settled amicably, the Hindu groups may give up the claim to the thousands and thousands of other perhaps rightful claims over different places of worship across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, I see this as a momentous moment because one of the most revered seers of Hindus is once again extending the olive branch and once again seems to be seeking a resolution. My view is that there cannot be a better time, a better environment and a more rightful approach than to use this moment to settle this outside. I believe very strongly that we should learn from how the Ram Janmabhoomi movement culminated in Ayodhya and realize the disputes of religious nature after a scientific basis has been established can be settled amicably outside the courts. So why not give an amicable solution a chance? So when the ASI survey in Gyanvapi has already established scientifically that this was a mandir, not in isolation but part by part, that is it not a ripe moment for the Hindu and the Muslim side to come together and resolve the dispute amicably, rooted in the establishment of fact which has been scientific. There's a science behind all this. Because like Swami Shri Govind Dev Giri Maharaj has said after this resolution, he says, once these issues are resolved, Ayodhya, Kashi, Mathura, Gyanvapi, Krishna Janmabhoomi. After this, India can move beyond these religion-based disputes. And why shouldn't we? Why should we not? We are sitting in 2024. We are literally reaching the moon and the sun as a nation. Why should we be so taken, so suffocated by the Mughal imprint of our once rulers? We are not that country, ladies. We cannot have that dichotomy anymore. This Bharat has reached the moon. It cannot be saddled by these continuous Hindu-Muslim differences, these gulams of the Mughal era, these cheerleaders of Jinnah in the modern era, these lovers of Macaulay, who have done everything to keep this simmering religion-based disputes alive, need to be cleaned from relevance in my view. We are a Bharat on our own terms. We must come together and settle these disputes instead of long unnecessary court battles in the pretense of animosity. Once the scientific evidence has been established, the Bhavya Ram Mandir has proven it. It was accepted across the world as much as across every religion in India, the Pran Pratishtha ceremony. We should use that lesson to now find a solid, amicable, peaceful resolution which is speedy and which does not carry out for decades, stretch over decades. That's my view. Let's debate.
Devotees paying obeisance at the Grand Ram Mandir. While the Gyanvapi legal battle gains pace, with the Mathura court fight gaining speed,
my demand was that in this Shahidgah Masjid there are a lot of signs and symbols of Hindu temple, and to know the actual factual position, an advocate commissioner panel is required, and therefore the Honorable Court has accepted my application, allowed my application, and this order has been passed today.
big victory.
Yes, it's a very big important landmark judgment by the Honorable Allahabad High Court.
But now an attempt to resolve the issue amicably.
हमारी तो हाथ जोड़ करके प्रार्थना है कि इन 3 मंदिरों को सौंप दिया जाना चाहिए, क्योंकि ये आक्रांताओं के हमारे ऊपर किए गए आक्रमणों के सबसे बड़े निशान हैं और इसके कारण लोगों के अंतःकरण में, राष्ट्रीय समाज के अंतःकरण में बहुत वेदना है और यदि इस वेदना को ये लोग शांति के साथ दूर कर देते हैं तो भाईचारा बढ़ने में और अधिक सहयोग मिलेगा।
An appeal to bring communities closer amidst fear-mongering by opposition leaders.
मौजूदा दौर में जो हुक्मरान हैं वो पूरी कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि मस्जिदों को बैराबाद कर दिया जाए, मस्जिदों की अहमियत को कम करके रख दिया जाए और कुदरत हमारा आपसे पुकार कर कह रही है कि तुम एक मस्जिद को खो चुके, वो तुम्हारी गफलत की वजह से हुआ था। अगर आप होश के नाखून नहीं लेंगे तो फिर ये तमाम जो लोग आज इख्तिदार की कुर्सियों पर बैठने वाले हैं, ये जालिम लोग, ये हमारी मस्जिदों पर ललचाई हुई नजरों से देख रहे हैं। वो जानते हैं कि मुसलमान को मस्जिद से दूर कर दो, फिर ये निहत्ता हो जाएगा। ये वक्त उन ताकतों से मुकाबला हम कर रहे हैं जो हमारे वजूद को मिटाना चाहते हैं इस मुल्क से।
The proposal by Ram Temple trustee Govind Dev Giri Maharaj can have long-term consequences on communal relations in the country. What he has suggested is something that makes everyone a stakeholder in India's march to progress without litigation and bitterness. Question is, would the suggestion get an honest response? Let's debate.
We have Harishankar Jain, who is the chief lawyer of the Hindu side in Gyanvapi. Atikur Rahman, Islamic scholar, and Vivek Srivastav on the program. Harishankar Jain ji, this is a very interesting proposal that has been put. That if 3 disputes, only 3 holiest of holy places of worship of Hindus are freed, Kashi, Gyanvapi, Mathura, Shri Krishna Janmabhoomi, or Ayodhya, then Hindus will not follow up on thousands and thousands of other such cases, and we can live happily and amicably ever after. I think it's a very interesting proposal. It should be looked at, but I want you to put it in perspective before I get the response from the other side. Harishankar Jain ji.
Arnab ji, very respectfully, I want to say that I do not agree with Mr. Swami. His statement, he has no power or right to make a statement on behalf of entire Hindu community. We are committed to take back all the Hindu temples which were destroyed in the past by Mughals. There is no question of any compromise. There is no compromise on issues. There is no compromise with asmita of the nation. Those temples which had been destroyed by Muslims, we have fundamental right to get them back through legal means, through process of law. And we are not demonstrating. And it is very unfortunate that some leaders posing themselves to be the leader of the Hindus, they are looking forward to giving a condition. No, I very humbly, I want to say that we will not accept that proposal, we will reject that proposal, and I go on fighting till the end of my life for the restoration of all the temples which had been demolished by Muslim rulers in the past.
How many?
Now kindly consider.
How
Yes.
many such temples are there in your view?
Yes.
Mr. Jain, how
I'm
many
telling
such
you.
temples are there in your view across the country which deserve to be freed?
About 3,000. About 3,000. Kindly consider. For temple, every temple is important
Arnab, please ask
for the
him.
persons of that locality.
Please.
It is not the only Kashi Mathura. We cannot limit ourselves.
So why
to
not
Kashi.
Is it
4,000?
possible?
It is absolutely.
Is it possible, Mr. Jain,
Kashi
Then why not 4,000?
to fight
Why
legal
only
cases for 3,000 temples?
plus?
I'm asking him, Atik, no, stop getting overexcited. I'm saying, Mr. Jain, is it possible to fight legal cases for 3,000 temples? How long will that take?
Till persuade.
How long will it take to fight legal cases to take back 3,000 temples, Mr. Jain?
Sir,
Will he also fight the cases of the
not
Buddhist
different.
stupas destroyed by the Hindu rulers? If we give him the cases, is he willing to fight those?
देखिए, I am fighting.
So much so for
Okay.
Asmita and peace,
there are
so much so for
also-
justice.
There are also
Are you
mosques
willing to take
destroyed by the
cases?
Hindus.
I am telling. Kindly give me time.
No, forget. I mean, that is a different story. I am saying, Mr. Harishankar Jain, are you willing to fight cases if I give you and if I become your client of those Buddhist stupas that were destroyed by Tatha-Kathit Hindu rulers? Or the 4 peats of the Shankaracharya, which some believe could be Buddhist shrines that have been changed? Are you willing to take up those cases also in the name of justice?
No, not the least. Because no temple were destroyed
Why not?
by Hindus.
Why not?
And the question is, when the Buddhists come, here is the question of Buddhists. Buddhists are not fighting. There is no fight between Hindus and Buddhists. Buddhists are part of Hindu religion. Jain Sikh
No,
are
you
part
can't
of Hindu
imagine it.
religion.
Just because Buddhists are
Buddhists are
peaceful
not separate religion.
and they have a forgiving stance,
It is for
that
us.
doesn't mean you take them for granted.
Yes, Buddhists are with us. We have no fight between Buddhists and Hindus. Buddhists are part of Hindu religion. I may tell you one thing.
No,
Kindly
Buddhists are not a
consider
part of
what
Hindu
I am saying.
religion. That is a different religion. It's a different way of life.
Yes, they are part of
No,
Hindu
sir.
religion.
Just because
Hindus
some Hindu sages
consist of-
declare Buddha as an incarnation of Vishnu, that is untrue. Buddhism
Yes.
is a different thought process.
Maybe, may
It's a
not
different
be.
technology. It
There
works
is no
differently.
between Hindus. Sir, kindly consider.
No,
My commitment is like
the
that.
reality is, and
I
the
may
history
declare
states
the commitment.
that सर 84,000 बुद्धिस्ट स्तूपों को पुष्यमित्र शुंग ने तोड़ा था। 84,000 अशोक ने जो बनवाया था उनके वंशज को मार के
There is
पुष्यमित्र
no proof.
शुंग ब्राह्मण राजा बना और उसने ये तोड़े।
पहले बात समझिए। मेरा कमिटमेंट ये
और
है
4 शंकराचार्य की
कि
पीठ के
जहाँ
ऊपर
जहाँ
भी
सबूत मिलेगा,
ये संदेह है कि वो
काइंडली
बुद्धिस्ट थे।
कंसीडर व्हाट आई एम सेइंग।
तो आप लड़ेंगे
जी।
अगर केस मिलेगा? मैं आपसे
evidence।
पूछ रहा हूं, क्या आप लड़ेंगे?
कोई सबूत ही नहीं है। कोई हिंदू बौद्ध में कोई लड़ाई नहीं है। It is being
वो
spread by
आपका कहना है
Muslims.
ना,
We have no fight.
क्योंकि देश में
Just fight.
शांति के लिए बौद्ध समुदाय ने इस इशू को नहीं रेज किया, लेकिन शांति बिगाड़ने के
जी
लिए
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है।
प्लेसेस ऑफ वर्शिप
ऐसा नहीं है।
हरिशंकर जी
हिंदू और बौद्ध
आप
एक
लोगों
हैं।
ने ताक पे रखा।
देखिए।
और अयोध्या के अलावा आप 3,000 जगह पे जाकर के यहाँ कम्युनल डिस्टर्बेंस क्रिएट हो जाएगी और मनमुटाव होगा
हो
कम्युनिटीज
जाए
में।
हो जाए।
इस देश का क्या होगा और
देखिए, पहले बात
कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का
समझिए।
क्या होगा?
अर्नब जी, पहले बात समझिए। Don't preach like that. Kindly consider what will happen. The particular temple was destroyed by Muslims, and we get the evidence. Only then we'll proceed. And for filing cases, nobody can condemn us. For filing cases and going to court is our fundamental right through legal means. I'm not on the road. We are not on the road.
No,
we are
I
going
think-
court.
I
And
think
when
that
we-
I think that
No, no,
the-
no,
but the point
I'm
is
not
the
saying
point
that.
is
I
the point is the point is there are some
Harishankar
there are
ji,
some
I have a lot of
practical
respect for
that
Vishnu.
one minute
Vishnu Jain ke
the
saath
practical
bahut
the
debate
practical
suni hai,
problems
bahut
are there. One minute, Vivek.
So we are not
Vivek,
stopping you from
the
filing
practical
cases.
problems are there. However, I don't think no, 1 minute, just 1 minute. Like Harishankar
Sir,
Jain has said
whatever you may say,
today that no religious leader
can't
from the
persuade
Hindu
me.
side can take on responsibility on behalf of the Hindu religion for resolving issues by saying that you hand over Kashi, Mathura, right, and Ayodhya, and matters will be resolved. Similarly, no Muslim leader will be allowed to say that we can enter into a bilateral negotiation, hand over 3 disputed sites or sites over whom there is a question mark, and enter into an amicable agreement with the Hindus. They'll say, what is the guarantee that after 3 successive victories, the Hindu side will not ask for more, will stop at 3. Having said that, the question is this: we have to give peace a chance, Atik. See, Already you did not want prayers to start at Gyanvapi, but it has started. Why? Because there is scientific evidence. You are losing every time. Why are you losing? Not because you are bad, anyone's good, but because the scientific evidence is with the Hindus. And with each case, the principles of jurisprudence, precedent gets established. So if you harden your position, if you say, no, we will not agree to have something negotiated in an amicable way, then you are going to get yourself into more and more legal tangles. You will lose more and more cases. Because you know and I know the scientific evidence will be against you. ASI will go in, they'll do carbon dating, checking, looking up facts. They'll say that this was a temple. You'll be asked to allow prayers. You can't stop it. You can't stop the process of law. So Atik, I think you should be flexible. All I'm saying is be flexible, be understanding, right? Don't be arrogant, obdurate, inflexible. Maybe it is in the benefit of the Muslim side to
I can't be flexible.
have a solution over...
I can't be flexible. I can't be flexible.
You can't be flexible. I'm asking the Muslim side.
Arnab?
Yes, Atik.
So Arnab, see, the things are so clear. First of all, let me admit that in principle, I agree to this proposal by this great Swami Govind Dev Giri Ji. But you should also criticize the hardline stand today taken by an eminent, lawyer like Hari Shankar Jain sir. Because if I have been, taken this hardline position, you would have lambasted me right and left. So first of all, this hardline approach by Hari Shankar Jain Saab should be criticized by you. Secondly, they do not agree with the 1948 agreement between the Muslim side and the Hindu side in the Kashi Mathura, mosque there. So if after 25 years, this Swamiji Govind Dev Giri Saab, after 25 long years, if some Hindu groups, again, regroup themselves and then criticize this particular approach, that they do not agree with this. What's the guarantee? You rightly asked that. What's the guarantee? So, amicable solution towards all this has been agreed to by the 1991 Places of Worship Act, Arnab. The Parliamentary Act has been created 33 long years back just to have this amicable solution so that the Muslims and the Hindus and all Indians live in a very, very amicable atmosphere. That has been thrown to tatters. That has been, in particular by this government,
Atik,
has been,
Atik,
thrown to winds.
Atik, I'll give you one example. Atik, I'll give you one example. One example. I'll tell you one thing today. Gyanvapi could have been solved cordially without going to court. Hari Shankar Jain will not disagree with me. Hindu side offered an out-of-court settlement on various occasions for the ownership of the Gyanvapi temple, but there was non-cooperation from the Muslim side. Though the court got intertwined in a procedural case now. It's a fact. Second is, have you forgotten that in 2018, when it was said that it is very difficult for Muslim community to reach the existing mosque to offer prayers due to narrow pathways? I am talking about how Hindus gave away land in Sant Kabir Nagar in Ayodhya to construct a mosque. So generosity, adjustment cannot only be from the Hindu side. And my third question is, how much scientific evidence do you want?
That's correct.
How much? How much? How many pages?
Why you need a scientific evidence, Arnab, when the history books are...
No, I need, because I need to, if I believe it was a temple, I will have to basis on the basis of evidence.
No, the history books have already been. Why to waste time? Why to waste time of the ASI?
What do you mean waste time?
Why to waste time of the court?
If I don't give scientific evidence, you'll say you're not. If I give, you'll say you're wasting time.
Aurangzeb had destroyed so many temples. The clear sign
why should I live it? I'm
you
not living in
are talking of
Aurangzeb's
an
Raj.
amicable solution which has been reached
This is
by
not
the
Aurangzeb's
Parliament of India
Sultanate.
in 1991. Now the skeletons are time and again been taken out of the cupboards by the Hindutva hardliners. And you are with them, Arnab. If
not
amicable
skeleton, it's
solution
reality.
is the target, the aim had been reached by the Parliament of India. You do not respect a parliamentary act. Why?
You respected CAA.
I'll let Harishankar
that
Jain
also
respond
passed
to you.
by Parliament. Had you
Sir,
respected,
now you are
why
digressing from the topic, sir.
CAA. That
We are
was
not
also
talking
passed by
CAA.
Parliament. Why?
We are trying
if
to
you
find
do
an
something
amicable
that is
solution,
correct,
which
if we
you
say
have
that is
refused to
correct,
do it.
how is
And
it
I
possible?
criticized at the top
How,
of my
why,
voice.
why
You
did
being
not
the
criticize
officer of the
Muslims
court are
first
not
year
towards peace.
agitation? Why?
You
get out
want the Hindus
entire
and
road.
Muslims to fight. You want
That
the
was also
two major
passed by
communities
Parliament.
not to solve problems but to go
No
to the
question
courts.
of any
Waste
compromise.
the time of the court.
No
You
question of
cannot be an
compromise.
officer of the court, sir. You are being irresponsible, Arnab.
I'm officer of myself.
At your
With my
age,
voice.
you should
I
be
will fight.
responsible enough.
I will go on fighting.
Show a big heart.
will take a break.
We are showing
Yes,
a big
sir.
heart.
Whatever you like, you may say. You may say whatever you like. You may criticize me. There's no difference.
Sir, you
I
are being
very
irresponsible.
frankly I say,
The officers of the court like you should not behave in such ugly fashion. You should go towards an
Bilkul,
amicable
in the
solution.
fashion-
At least in
in the
principle you
fashion,
should have
You
agreed.
have destroyed my temple. I will take it back in the same manner, except that I will fight cases.
So
I'm not
that's
going on
what
road.
Vivek Saab is, offering you cases,
That is my right.
innumerable cases of the Buddhist stupas.
Yes.
Will you take up the Buddhist stupas cases? Will you claim justice for them too?
It is my thinking. I will do whatever I like. I will go on fighting. I'm criticizing. No
Okay.
Hindu leader has
So
a right
that's
to
why
say.
I'm telling you, you are a
and no comment
hardliner.
that we will not file cases.
You are a
It is my
hardliner.
right. And right of every Hindu.
You are not towards
It is right of
solution of
every
the
Hindu.
problems. You are towards creating more problems for India.
You search.
You cannot be a
You
devout
search the
Hindu.
solution.
You are creating
Give us
problems
back
for the
all the
future of
temples.
India.
Problem is over.
You will be answerable for the generations to come.
When you demolished our temples,
Ladies
you
and
ever
gentlemen,
thought
I feel we should give it an opportunity. Though I may be nowhere close to a solution on my program, I believe we should give it an opportunity. Because at the end of the day, these are discussions based on scientific evidence. And scientific evidence cannot be overlooked by any court of the country. Court decision. Once he was called an anti-corruption crusader, but now from all sides there is very serious legal trouble mounting for Kejriwal. 3 months ahead of the general elections, clearly all is not well for Kejriwal. Republic TV has learned that Kejriwal could be issued a non-bailable warrant if he continues to evade summons. That is a very distinct possibility. Viewers, Kejriwal has ducked 5 summons by the ED till now. And the ED is tightening its noose around Kejriwal and company. Question is this: why is Kejriwal so desperate to avoid simply being questioned? Let's debate.
Once called the anti-graft crusader, legal trouble is mounting for Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal. Till now, Kejriwal has skipped 5 summons. ED sources have told Republic that court could summon him to explain his reservations towards complying with the ED summons. A non-bailable warrant can be issued if he still does not make an appearance and continues to evade summons. Additionally, Kejriwal is yet to explain his position as the national convener on the evidence gathered by ED. The BJP is asking, if Kejriwal is innocent, why is he evading interrogation?
They have put the entire governance model on the ventilator. Delhi's governance model is basically has been put on the ventilator. और जो लोग वायदा करके आए थे कि हम सबसे ज़्यादा ईमानदार, कट्टर ईमानदारी का वायदा करने वाले लोगों ने आज कट्टर बेईमान लोग कौन होते हैं उसको परिभाषित कर दिया है।
अरविंद केजरीवाल जी कहा करते थे कि प्राइवेट कॉन्ट्रैक्टरों को काम दे रखा है और इसमें हजारों करोड़ रुपया वो लूट रहे हैं। आज अरविंद केजरीवाल जी और उनके साथियों को वही करोड़ों रुपया मिल रहा है, हजारों करोड़ रुपया। इन सब सवालों का जवाब देना पड़ेगा। इधर उधर की बात बदलने से बात नहीं बदलने वाली, जवाब तो देना पड़ेगा।
But the AAP is repeatedly claiming a witch hunt.
लिखा है सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने अपने ऑर्डर में, सीसीटीवी रिकॉर्डिंग विद ऑडियो एज वेल एज वीडियो। तो अब ईडी बताए आधिकारिक तौर पे ये जो प्लांट करने वाला धंधा है ये बंद कर, आधिकारिक तौर पे साइन करके अधिकारी की तरफ से बताए किस अधिकारी का फैसला था कि ऑडियो रिकॉर्ड नहीं करेंगे।
In a bid to increase pressure on the AAP, ED team on Tuesday raided Kejriwal's close aide Bibhav Kumar in connection with irregularities in Delhi Chal boat case.
Arvind Kejriwal hasn't really been cooperating with the investigation. His name surfaced during the course of the investigation when accused Sameer Mahindru took his name. As the national convener of the party, Enforcement Directorate says that he perhaps is the best person to explain whether at all Aam Aadmi Party allegedly received kickbacks in the liquor scam.
With the ED tightening its noose around Kejriwal and company, what big action is Kejriwal staring at 3 months ahead of the polls? Let's debate.
Akashdeep with Abhinandita Mathur of the Aam Aadmi Party and Charu Pragya of the BJP. Abhinandita, the way Kejriwal is ducking, there'll be no sympathy for him. You see, if the arrest happens, this is the way it will happen. There'll be a matter goes to court. The agencies will tell the court that this man is ducking. If the court feels that he is ducking, the courts will say arrest him. There'll be an arrest warrant. They will go and they will arrest him. There'll be no drama because it will have come through the court. Even if you come on air or come on do press conferences, it's very bad. Everybody will say no. This has gone through the court. It's a bad way. It's a bad way. I mean, public perception will be finished. If the court says that the man is ducking, he should be arrested. If the court says that the man is ducking, he's not cooperating, he has to be arrested. Tomorrow, if Charu Pragya is called 5 times or Abhinandita is called 5 times, and you say, I'm not going to cooperate, you will both be arrested. You understand? Anybody.
Arnab, firstly, we will not be
5
surprised
times, 6 times, they will be arrested. So I wonder why you're not worried about the way people are looking at you now.
Well, actually, people are very sure that, these are merely tactics of the BJP as they are in power and they are able to exploit, use, maneuver the system with agencies like the ED. So I don't think that you need to worry about the perception. We are well aware of what people think, and in fact, come along with us on the ground and you will be surprised to see that the truth is actually far from what you're claiming. The people are able to see that this Modi government has not only used but also abused power to go after its opponents, and especially Mr. Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party. And the reason for that is also
that's
because
only
they're not
political rhetoric, Abhinandita.
It is
that is
not
political rhetoric. Where is
It
the fact here?
I can give you,
Can I come in, Arnab? And I'll tell you why I'm calling it political rhetoric.
You come in, let me finish what I'm saying. Look, there is first of all, the electorate of Delhi, the people of Delhi understand very well that this is a government that have not neglected their primary needs and have actually served them, which is why, term after term, Arvind Kejriwal government is being elected.
That's why the High Court today gave a rap on your knuckles saying that a person died in Delhi because of a lack of testing facilities.
Have actually confirmed and validated the fact that not only has the Aam Aadmi Party government done the work,
can I come in? And I don't want to speak in political rhetoric right now. And I'm only going to give you hard facts. And maybe Abhinandita can respond to hard facts.
Abhinandita,
you and the viewers.
Today will
Abhinandita, Charu, 1 minute. Abhinandita, I want Charu to respond, but I'll make one statement here. Each time you are asked about your corruption, you say we built a drain. each time you are told that so many crore rupees were siphoned off, you say, no, 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 you see, there is a school we have built. You're building the school and the drain with taxpayer money. That is not a justification for liquor gate.
And that is the problem.
And I don't see the public response. No, but you see, the court has said there is prima facie a very big scam here.
I don't see
the Supreme Court. You realize the mess you are in. Anyway, Charu will respond to you right now. Charu, 1 minute. The Aam Aadmi Party's conviction is that if Kejriwal gets arrested, there will be a massive outpouring of sympathy for him. Does that concern you or not?
This is not anything to do with sympathy, Arnab. This is to do with the Supreme Court making an observation that 338 crore rupees have gone missing. And they seem to be leading to the coffers of Aam Aadmi Party. Now, who holds the purse strings? It is Arvind Kejriwal. Who is the kingpin and who is the main and chief decision maker of everything that happens in Aam Aadmi Party? It is Arvind Kejriwal. Now, 338 crore is the amount of money which we can actually pinpoint and look at. What happens to the rest of the money that was quid pro quo? So these are questions that Aam Aadmi Party does not bother to reply to. Now you are evading court summons. You say they are illegal. But madam, did you file an FIR? Did you move the court and say that these summons are illegal? You are not doing that. What you want is a media trial. Instead of approaching the relevant authority, you think holding a press conference is going to absolve you of all your sins. Well, people are very smart, madam. And at the end of the day, winning an election can be done from inside the jail also. We have many instances of that in our country, unfortunately. But moving on from there, Arnab, it's not even like they have made a drain or made a school. Their RTI replies state that they have done none of the above. And today, there's a brand new drama because Atishi says that now ED is after them. You know why ED is after them again? Because there has been siphoning off of money from the Delhi Jal Board. Delhi Jal Board, which was a profit-making department of the Delhi Sarkar in 2014, making as much as 700 crore a year, is now down in the dumps. Last year, it has lost nearly 1,200 crore. It has a debt of 73,000 crores. Mind-boggling numbers are not, but these numbers have been tabled by Aam Aadmi Party government in the Delhi Assembly. I am not saying them. They've been tabled by
I have a question to the AAP and PROAP side.
And don't indulge in political rhetoric.
I have only two questions.
I have a question to the. I have a question to the AAP and PROAP side, please. I have a question to the AAP and PROAP side, please. And my question is this. Please understand, my question is to the AAP and PROAP side. Why does Kejriwal not seek anticipatory bail? If you feel that there is a chance that you will be arrested and you should not be arrested, you can go to the court, Akashdeep and Abhinandita, and say, this is malicious action. I want anticipatory bail. It is a legal right of Arvind Kejriwal to safeguard himself against arrest while an investigation is underway. Then the court will see whether prima facie there are facts to ask you to be summoned. So I think Akashdeep, Abhinandita, if Kejriwal thinks he's going to be arrested, and you people always tweet, we'll be arrested, then go to the court and seek anticipatory bail. Otherwise, I mean, I don't know why don't you? Why don't you?
You said that after 5 summons, anybody who should have been arrested. Interestingly, unfortunately, it is not happening because do you know Bhavna Goli? She has got 5 summons from Enforcement Directorate when she was with NCP, and when she switched sides to Ajit Pawar's side. Now the summons have stopped from Enforcement Directorate and she is not even arrested after 5 summons. She has also not gone to the ED. First, so it does not happen here with the ED specifically. Second case, the ball does not lie with Kejriwal. The ball lies in the court of Enforcement Directorate. Why I say this? Because Sharath Reddy one of the witness and two other witness also questions the veracity of investigation.
No, why does he
interrogation
know?
done
Listen,
by
give me a
enforcement
simple
directorate,
answer.
and they have gone to the
Give me a
court.
simple
Please,
answer. No.
Like, what are you
let
trying
me
to tell us?
put out the facts.
That somebody has signed off 5,000 crores.
Listen, 1 minute. Akashdeep, Charu is countering. I'm allowing the counter. I'm allowing the counter, Charu.
I am telling the facts.
Arnab, why
No,
don't you ask
it's a simple
Charu?
question to you.
Why don't you
What are
ask
you trying to
Charu
say?
what
Because somebody has
happens to
committed a
the-
crime, we'll also commit it.
Why has
Somebody
Bhavna
else is
not
evading
been-
summons,
why has
we'll also
Bhavna
evade
not
a
been
summons.
arrested?
What is
BJP
your
and Arnab.
responsibility as not a mere
Why has the
citizen?
Chief Minister
As
of Assam
somebody who
not
holds
been
a
arrested?
You know,
constitutional
Sharon
post
Reddy.
as the
Not
Chief
arrested.
Ma'am,
Minister of
please,
the capital
ma'am,
of
one
these
Bharat.
questions.
What is your
Arnab,
responsibility?
you have
Should
to
you
be
not be
fair.
cooperating
You have
with
to
the
be fair.
He's the
investigation?
witness.
If you
Ask
find a
these
fault with
questions.
them, should you not be knocking on the
Charu-
doors of the court?
Charu,
You're taking
since-
press conferences and you're
Charu-
talking only in political
Charu-
rhetorics. Can you please explain? 38 crore of Delhi Jal
Can
Board.
you-
Can you please explain?
No, no.
Can you
38 crore
Abhinandita.
explain one thing?
Supreme Court
Since you're
says
so good
can
with
be
Abhinandita.
traced back to the coffers of
Since
Aam
you're
Aadmi
so good
Party.
with
Abhinandita,
numbers,
Abhinandita, tell me, Abhinandita, I have a question for you.
Against Bhojpuri.
Abhinandita, I have a question for
We
you.
need to know from
I have a question for you,
you.
Abhinandita.
Cannot
I have a
only
question for
ask-
you. Since you defend the Aam Aadmi Party on air as their spokesperson, I want to ask you a question. Tomorrow, if it is proven in court, mark my words, tomorrow, if it is proven in court that corruption and kickbacks from the liquor policy was used by your party to fund the election campaign in Goa, can you hear me? Tomorrow, if it is proven in court that corruption from Liquorgate was used to fund the Goa campaign of the Aam Aadmi Party, then will you quit the Aam Aadmi Party if it is proven in court? Or will you say the courts are also wrong?
Tomorrow, let's ask this question of.
No,
the
I'm
others
asking
as
you a
well.
question.
Tomorrow,
if it is proven in court that Liquorgate funded your
that
AAP
question-
campaign in Goa, one, will you
That
quit the Aam
question
Aadmi
that-
Party? Secondly,
that question-
if that is the case,
that
1 minute,
question
I
does
haven't
not
finished.
arise
If
because
that is
the
the
Aam
case,
Aadmi Party
would
and
Arvind
the leaders have
Kejriwal,
done no
as the
wrong.
party chief, not be personally liable?
Arnab, firstly, the question does not arise because the Aam Aadmi Party and our leaders have done absolutely no wrong. Okay. One more
No,
thing.
no,
about
I'm
the
saying if it is
IGCP
proven
bill.
in court.
When
I'm saying if it
Well,
is
if
proven
it
in
is-
court.
if wishes
I'm
were
saying if the
horses,
corruption
then,
is proven
we
in
can-
court.
But it will not be.
No
because it will
wishes.
not
You said
happen.
Supreme Court said there's a prima facie case in Liquorgate. I'm not wishing for anything. I'm dealing with a case which the Supreme Court feels is
Why
very
don't
solid.
you- Well, why can you even hypothetically ask that?
I'm not
question to
speaking
Charu?
for the Supreme Court. I'm quoting them.
But there are many other things that the Supreme
Charu
Court
is not
said.
controlling the
And
Supreme
there are
Court.
many other things, and there are many other things that the Supreme Court has said about the ED as well.
They talk
Has
about
the Supreme Court
are meant to be
accepted a
made.
prima facie case on Liquorgate?
lost money.
The Supreme Court has merely made observations. There is no order and there is no judgment. Please understand this, and for
Ma'am,
the
why haven't they
clarification
given
of your
bail
viewers.
to Manish
For the
Sisodia?
clarification,
He's arrested
because
in the
PMLA
same
में नहीं
scam.
मिलती है चारू
Why
bail.
has
Come
he
on, you're a
not
lawyer.
been given
You
bail
know
till
this.
now?
Charu, you know this very well.
No, I'm a
कि
lawyer.
अगर
That's why I'm
PMLA
asking
में
you
bail
this. I am a lawyer.
Exactly,
That's why
and
I'm
that is
asking
why
you this. I'm a
enlighten
lawyer.
us,
That's why
enlighten us
I
in how
heard
many
what the
PMLA
Supreme Court
cases
said. They
do
are
people get
talking
bail?
about
Why was the
338
why
crores
was
which
the
can
law
be traced
subverted?
back to
Why
your
was the law
party.
changed?
And they have
This
your
is what you
deputy
need to
chief
tell us
minister
today,
behind
Charu.
bars. Till date.
Why don't you
explain
one
that?
question, only one question to Charu today.
And
Only
they are
one
not
question.
the ED. Supreme
What are
Court is
the
also
can
not
you
the ED,
can you
Arnab, just to
specify
give some clarity
Charu,
to the Aam Aadmi
only
Party
one question
spokesperson.
to you. Only one question to you today. Can you repeat for our audience what are the
Why don't you
charges
first
against
talk
Bhujbal?
about the 338 crores?
Why don't you repeat? Why don't you
Why
tell our
don't you
audience today
also
what were
talk
the charges
about
against
the
Bhujbal?
sinking state of the
Why don't
Delhi
you
Jal
tell our
Board?
audience
It's
today
another
what are the
issue that you're
charges- what
supplying
are the
cold coffee
charges
in the name
against
of
the Chief
water
Minister
in the
of-
homes in which pani comes.
The Chief Minister
But even
of
then,
Assam before
a
he
debt of
joined the BJP.
73,000 crore on a profit-making department.
Charu
Why
ji,
don't you address those issues?
yesterday-
Because
Oh, come on.
systematically,
Firstly,
one
Arnab,
simple
every
thing.
single department
10
of the
seconds.
Delhi government has been driven
Charu,
into the
I'm
ground
not-
by
I'm
Aam
not
Aadmi
getting
Party
into
Sarkar.
this.
They have siphoned the money which was to be used for the development of Delhi. कौन से school का आपने inauguration करा है? Because you come back to school and hospitals. I'm just asking you. For the hospitals, High Court today has wrapped you and said that a man would not have died had you looked after the healthcare facilities in the capital. Did you not read that? That's also an observation of the High Court. Not mine. It's the High Court's observation.
आपको तो गुजरात
Charuji, yesterday you were defending Anil Masih.
Why are you not?
Do you remember you were defending Anil Masih?
More political rhetoric.
And today, when the Supreme Court has said that Anil Masih did murder democracy, will you apologize and leave politics? Charuji, please respond. On this very channel, you defended Anil Masih. An honorable Supreme Court said that Anil Masih murdered democracy.
The Supreme Court
Would you
says.
quit
Are you
politics
also
for
going to
defending
stand
him?
with what the Supreme Court says and tell me where the 338
will you
crores
quit
have gone
politics
and your deputy
defending
chief
Anil
minister
Masih
is a
who
fraudster?
murdered
Will you
democracy
also
as
do
per
that?
the Chief
I can say
Honorable
my
Chief
courts
Justice
are
of
right and
India?
I will stand
Okay,
with whatever my
I'd
courts
like
say.
to-
Can you do that? Why are you asking me questions you're not
I'm
prepared to
asking you.
answer?
I asked a question.
Look at your
Abhinandita.
Bolo na, Delhi ka
Abhinandita, my Abhinandita, my question to you is, please, Abhinandita, now we are reaching an important part in this debate. Abhinandita, can I request you not to speak over each other? And I just want to speak to Abhinandita versus Charu for a while. Yeah, Abhinandita. Either Kejriwal is scared. Otherwise, I don't understand why he's gone into non-cooperation. See, Abhinandita, you are an educated person. Non-cooperation is a crime. If the questions are going to be about the funding of the Goa election Hawala transactions, if there are Hawala transactions, the allegation is Hawala transactions during the Goa elections, that the advertising company received part payment in cash and a small amount through check. This is called a Hawala transaction. Okay? And it may be uncomfortable for you to think, oh my God, I joined politics with the party I thought will be clean, but they are doing Hawala. But if it is proven that this is Hawala, then it's terrible. But if it is not Hawala, then Kejriwal should go boldly and challenge the people questioning him. But if YSR Congress MP Magunta Reddy, when questioned to the ED, says, I met Kejriwal. I was welcomed into the liquor business. Right? And now this approver says this meeting happened at Kejriwal's residence. If all the statements are incorrect, 1 minute.
Give me 1 minute.
If all the statements are incorrect, you can't say that I am, you can't say I am Jesus Christ, I will not answer. You have to answer questions regarding Indospirit's license. FaceTime call with Samir Mahindru, after which Indospirits was given the license. Vijay Nair, described by Kejriwal as my boy, accused of arm twisting liquor manufacturers into surrendering their L1 license using the machinery of the Punjab government. You have to understand, Abhinandita, it is easy to come here and say, oh, what happened to Bhujbal? Oh, what happened to Ajit Pawar? But it is impossible for you to answer these questions. And the reason you avoid these questions is because you know they are impossible. You know that you don't have an answer. You know that you will not be able to reply. If I ask you Indospirits, L1 license, liquor manufacturers, Punjab government, Vijay Nair, you'll say, I won't talk. I was Samir Mehrotra. I won't talk. Then you will say, oh, I won't, no, 1 minute. You will say, but Nadda wants to bring me into BJP. For God's sake, even if Nadda wants to bring you into BJP, which is absolutely not the case, answer the questions on the liquor scam. Stop making excuses. You are making excuses. Why is there a summons to me? I am going on Vipassana. I am going to Gujarat to campaign. I mean, you have no legal immunity under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. By avoiding the ED summons, you are creating the grounds of your own arrest. Please understand the law.
Can I respond
By
now?
avoiding summons, by giving excuses, you are creating the grounds of your arrest. There will be no public sympathy, no argument. You will not get sympathy in courts.
Look, okay, may I respond now? Firstly, I think that...
No, you are not able to answer. These are direct questions. You are all going,
let me, give me a chance. You just spoke. Let me answer.
Victimization card.
Look, Arnab, let
No,
me
but you answer, for example, one question. One question. Was Vijay Nair working for Arvind Kejriwal or somebody else?
Let me
No.
speak.
Was Vijay Nair working closely for Arvind Kejriwal or not? You know the Aam Aadmi Party, you're a spokesperson.
speak.
Was Vijay
Let me
Nair
speak.
working closely with Arvind Kejriwal or not?
Everything.
No, answer that
everything
question. I'll
about
let you
this
speak for
supposed
10
liquor
minutes.
scam
You answer. Was
is
Vijay
hearsay.
Nair working closely with Kejriwal or
इसने
not?
ये बोला, इसका कान पकड़ा तो उससे ये
Hearsay.
बुलवा दिया, क्या बुलवा दिया?
No.
Evidence
Was
नहीं
Vijay
रखा।
Nair working with
It is
Arvind
so
Kejriwal or not?
critical. It is so critical in this case that the audio of those recordings is missing. Do you realize that this whole case, entire case, is fabricated, and which is why it is we say it is all on
you understand.
And if I can go back to that press conference, I'm asking you pointed questions even there. You're going back to Atishi's press conference, which is entirely misleading, and the ED has said they're going to file an official case of defamation against you. They are taking the legal way out. They are not doing whataboutery like the Aam Aadmi Party does. Every day you say we've got proof. Where is the proof? Days after days, weeks after weeks, we've not seen any proof. But ED has said that they will not allow you to shoot off your mouth without any evidence, and they will serve a legal notice on you. What are you going to do then? Tell me.
We have already gone to
Even
court
your
with it.
claim that your leaders have been asked to join the Bharatiya Janata Party, एक SMS दिखाओ, एक WhatsApp बताओ, एक phone number बताओ, एक आदमी का नाम तो लो. At least talk with some substance.
देखो,
So this amount of whataboutery and appealing to people through press conferences is not going to help with the legal process. Not at all. ED is going to function in its own way, and the Supreme Court is going to function in its own way.
Regardless of what political side they take, you can ask any person in India today, and they will tell you how the ED is being misused. Do you think that people are foolish here? And you talk about non-cooperation.
I mean, the freedom fighters of our country did not go and take anticipatory bail. Again, you are trying to portray this image of victimhood, which is not cutting any favors to you.
Are you serious?
You understand that?
We are not scared
so why
of
don't
jail.
we focus on the legality of things?
And
why
we
don't
are
we
not
focus
going to
on
join the
why your
BJP.
deputy chief minister cannot get bail?
Why
don't we focus that you shoot off your mouth without any evidence and ED is willing to serve a legal notice to you? Why don't we focus on the missing thousands of crores which have been lost to the exchequer? Why don't we focus why money has been siphoned off and your friends have done you favors by booking you flights
what are
to
the
go and
allegations
campaign in
against
Goa?
Bhujbal?
All those
Charu,
links exist,
just
right? That's
spare
why the
5
Supreme
minutes.
Court is able to pinpoint
Charu, just spare
338
5
crores.
minutes
How
and
do you
tell me
think they've
what are the
arrived at that
allegations
figure,
against
Abhinandita?
Bhujbal?
How do you think they have arrived at that figure? They obviously have the workings of it with them, no?
Charu, what are the figures that Bhujbal is
The questions
accused
are
of?
so
Just
big
throw
which you've
light
not
on
been
it.
able to answer.
I am asking you
I'm
questions.
trying
We are
to
sitting
help
here all
you
day and
with
night
direct
answering
questions. If you give
answering
these
questions
direct
of the
answers, the people or even the court might see light of your answers, but you're not giving any answers.
क्या मिला? Zero, nothing. You will never find anything because there is no scam.
Tell me
But
one
why
thing.
don't you
Tell
tell
me
me
one thing.
Bhujbal का amount क्या था?
Tell me one thing, Abhinandita, I was thinking as you spoke, I was thinking something, Abhinandita. Can I share it with you? I thought, let's go back 12 to 13 years, Abhinandita. Arvind Kejriwal is sitting as the right-hand man of Anna Hazare on a stage. And A. Raja says, why are you asking me questions about a scam? Can you answer questions about Kalmadi first? That's how you're sounding. Don't ask questions about Kejriwal, ask questions about Bhujbal. I mean, I'm saying that, okay, I see the rhetoric in your question, but I'm not seeing the substance. I wish, no, I'm not seeing, I'm seeing that, I'm seeing, Abhinandita, that you are painfully trying your very best. Allow me, Abhinandita, you're trying your very, 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 very best to avoid a single direct question on Liquorgate. Why?
Arnab, I would really, request you to once ask Charu what are the allegations against Bhujbal. We sit here day and night, talking about these fabricated charges. We are sitting here defending, giving.
No, but why are you avoiding a question on Liquorgate? You're also like ducking it like you're ducking like Kejriwal.
We can discuss whoever you want, but I thought the debate today is about
people say bend it like Beckham, soon people will say duck like Kejriwal.
Because there is absolutely nothing
or
in
run
this
like
case.
Kejriwal,
There is no
deflect
money
like
trail.
Kejriwal,
There is no
lie
money.
like Kejriwal. support the
कितनी
corrupt like
कितनी आप
Kejriwal.
कितनी रेड्स आप करवा लीजिए कुछ मिलता नहीं है हाँ आपको there are so many
अरे but
cases
मिल
of
रहा है ना
witnesses
मैडम, why are
supposed in
you
this case who were accused then
continuing
returned
down a
witnesses
line
and
of
that is because
argument which is not
and that
making
is
sense? क्योंकि
because
मिल रहा है ना, मिल रहा है इसीलिए मनीष सिसोदिया को बेल नहीं मिल रहा है, मिल रहा है इसलिए इतने सारे करोड़ का लॉस हो रहा
नहीं
है
चारू,
दिल्ली में, लिकर की सेल बढ़
मनीष
रही है,
सिसोदिया को
पैसे
बेल
ज्यादा
इसलिए
आने
नहीं मिल रहा
चाहिए
है,
लेकिन
मनीष
पैसे
सिसोदिया
कम
को
आ
बेल
रहे हैं,
इसलिए नहीं
कहाँ
मिल
जा
रहा
रहे हैं
है,
बीच में
मनीष
पैसे?
सिसोदिया
उसके बाद
मनीष
जिन लोगों
सिसोदिया
को
को
नहीं
बेल
मिलना
इसलिए नहीं
चाहिए
मिल रहा
था
है क्योंकि वो
कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, आप
बीजेपी
उनको दे
ज्वाइन
रहे हैं,
करने से
अपने
इनकार
बेस्ट
कर रही
फ्रेंड्स
है
को बोल रहे हैं हम आपको कॉन्ट्रैक्ट देते
क्योंकि
हैं,
वो
बदले में हमारे लिए प्लेन बुक करिएगा कैंपेनिंग करने के लिए. Supreme Court is saying there is a prima facie evidence of 338 crore which comes to Aam Aadmi Party. पूरी पार्टी को पार्टी
What
बना
did the
दो.
Supreme
Court
Court say
says.
about
Did you
Bhujbal?
hear that one,
What did the
Abhinandita?
courts?
When the Supreme
Sharon,
Court
what
said
did
the
the
whole
court say
Aam
about
Aadmi
Bhujbal?
Party
Well, I
needs
think-
to
I
be
think
made
it's,
a party in the liquor gate.
What
See,
did the court say about
what
Bhujbal?
happens is, I'll only say that it is only in TV debates that you can say what happened to Bhujbal. But in courts, your courts will ask you about what happened to Goa funding, what happened to L1 licenses, who is the signatory to that, who is the beneficiary of that. So far, viewers, Kejriwal got away by blaming his cabinet colleagues. Today, he will have to take ownership for it as the chief of the party. If the beneficiary is the party, then Kejriwal is in trouble. I still think he should agree to comply and not duck. This is a developing story tomorrow. I think the Aam Aadmi Party is itself on edge on what will happen. We are following the court in a big way. See you tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Ladies and gentlemen, good night for tonight and goodbye.